Ylopo has a sister company called Maverick. And as they were building it, they were like, okay, wait a second. There's some really cool stuff here that we could help all the Ylopo customers for free. And so Brady was like, on it, basically lifted it out, and we're calling it sales pipeline alerts. And so coming very soon is an email that's going to look like this. Brady, when do these emails start going out?
Next week.
Next week, Ylopo customers are going to start seeing an email like this. I don't know about you guys, but when I log into my follow-up boss, or I used to anyway, I would have an air of concern. Who blew it? Where am I missing it? What leaky hole do I need to fill, right? Ylopo, via the technology in the Maverick platform, is actively looking at 19 different scenarios for you in your CRM, literally looking at all of them. We are going to email you something that looks like this. Ylopo found 6 missed sales opportunities. Take action now, right? And we're going to be able to tell you a lot of different scenarios and a button that says fix leads now. When you click on that button, it is going to load a dashboard that looks like this. It'll say rules and alerts trial. Okay.
Hey, Barry, we're not seeing that.
We're not seeing your.
Oh, you're not. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Let me share my screen, my whole desktop instead of entire screen. There we go. All right, can you see now?
First time using Zoom, folks. It's okay. He's just learning.
All right, I owe you one. All right, so let me make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. Okay, and let me shrink all these categories. Now, the first thing I want to say is that you do want to map your stages. Okay, this is where Follow a Boss has stages. You need to tell us what's a short-term opportunity, like a hot lead, and what's a cold lead. You do that via clicking this button, and you're just going to tell us. These are my stages in my CRM. So lead stage, right? And I'm going to click this and I'm going to say, no, it's not active. That means we don't really know. It's new, right? That's what you're going to do. Hot prospect. Yeah, let's go ahead and say that's active, right? So you're going to just quickly do that. And then you're going to click save. That's going to make your nurture category come to life. So this is broken up into 5 categories. There's lead activity rules. There's nurture rules. There's database health rules. There's high priority rules, and then there's regular priority rules, okay? And each category has a series of subcategories under it. So under lead activity, these are all your leads created in the last 24 hours. There's 2 of these that are devoted to it. And we're looking at, has anybody tried to reach the lead in the last 4 hours? Has anybody tried to reach the lead in the last 12 hours, right? And actually, let me go back to mine so you guys will see what it looks like in real, because mine's full of red. So here's lead created last 4 hours. I've got a whole bunch, right? Lead created in the last 12 hours. I've got a whole bunch. Leads that have called us and nobody's called them back. Leads that have texted us and nobody's called them back in the last 2 hours, right? And what you guys are going to be able to do is you're going to be able to click see details. So like you click that button, you're going to be able to see all of these leads. Right? 49 out of 124 are past due. When I click manage, you'll be able to click see details just like that. So in the same spot, and you'll be able to click manage and it's going to show you the leads. So I've got a lot of leads that have called us back, or leads that in this case, it's the leads that have texted us back and we have not responded. I'm able to see those. When you click on the name of the lead, it's going to load the lead in Follow a Boss for you. And you're going to be able to see the circumstance, right? It's like in this case, the lead was basically just saying, look, okay, I'll let you know, right? So my agent didn't blow it. It just happened to be the last text. But you're able to do that effortlessly.
Yep.
So again, lead activity. Nobody's called them in 4 hours. Nobody's called them in 12. They called us. We didn't call them back. They texted us. Then you just click manage. That's all you click. You see the list of leads, and then you can click on their names. If you don't want to, you could just look at the data here, right? Last communication, last action, when it was assigned. But if you want to look in Follow a Boss, you just click the name and it loads the lead in Follow a Boss. All right. So that's the first category, lead activity. lead nurture, when you set up your stages, as I showed you in the beginning, it's going to say, if this is like the most important lead that you have, this is the active one, and you haven't spoken to them in 3 days via call or text, it's going to show here. You click see details, you see all the leads. You can click manage. You can look at all of them. You might say, you know what, Maria's out of town. I'm not going to worry about it, right? Like she's good. Oh, but Candace, she's been working in she's actually in the office right now. Let me go find out why she hasn't spoken to Carl, right? That's how this works. Just really relevant. So this is 3 days. If it's a hot lead, so not like right now, immediate, but it's somebody that you think is buying or selling in the next 90 days, and it's been 2 weeks since you've called or texted, it's going to show up here. Again, you click see details, you can see those. Long-term nurture, so this is like more of a cold, maybe 4 to 6 month nurture. If you haven't called, texted, or emailed the lead in 30 days, it's going to show up here. And then if the lead has not been contacted by anybody in 30 days, which unfortunately happens, you can see those leads right there. So that's now 2 categories. We've got new lead activity, we've got nurture, then we've got database health. I'm really excited about this one because this allows you to actually look at, how many leads do we have that there's a task created and it's past due? How many leads have had an appointment with our agent and the appointment is now expired? It's gone past and there's been no update to the stage at all. No update to what's been going on in the last day. You can see that here. How many times have we said, you know what, Mr. Smith on my team didn't work the lead, but Mary is active. Let me reassign it to Mary. We tell Mary, can you call them? And an hour goes by, they haven't called or texted the lead. That's going to show up here. Now, if you do have Maverick live on your account, you can nudge, right? That's that nudge button. So if you're paying for Maverick, you don't have to call your agent or text your agent and say, can you call this lead? You can actually just click a button. And just even though like it might be confusing, I'm just going to say this gives me the ability, if I have nudged anybody on my team and they haven't done anything in a week, I'm going to be able to see every time I try to remind them to do some work and they don't do it, I can solve for that with this button.
Hey, Barry, on that real quick, I just want to add. So even though it's surfacing these, right? And he showed you where you can click on the name. If you see something like what's going on, click on the name, it goes into FUB. You can still mention them. That's what we call a nudge, right? When you mention. So if you see a person, you can do it one-off. You can pull them up and follow a boss, and say, at whatever agent name, hey, what's going on? Kind of like that. At Mary, you could do this one-off. The paid version is where on that list, let's say there's 14 of them or 20 of them, and correct me where I misspeak here. Then you could just mass select and send a nudge saying, hey, I need an update on these, or could you do it? So you can nudge through this as identifying it. It would just be on a one-off basis.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So, okay. All right. So then after lead is nudged, now these rest are all going to be live on the sales pipeline alerts. These are all your really important IDX behaviors that show up probably in smart lists, right? But there's a whole bunch of seller activities that happen. Like we're sending equity reports automatically for free via the seller alert, the Seller Experience 2.0. And if you don't know what that is, look into it if you're a Ylopo customer. And when they engage that report, let's say they tune their home value, or they say, can you bring buyers by? I see that you have 30 buyers looking in for a home like mine. Can you have them come look at my house? That's going to be a hand raiser tag. And there's a lot of those right now in your database. I know that because I'm on calls with a lot of you and you're always like, wow, I didn't know that. Well, now we're looking for those for you, right? And if you haven't called or texted someone that said, can you bring a buyer by my house? I'm thinking about selling. That's a problem, right? Buyer hand raiser tags. I want to see the inside of 123 Smith Street tomorrow. A day goes by and you haven't called. And look, I've got some, right? I've got half. Let's probably, hopefully not a lot. Let's click see details. I've got one. I've got this lead right here that has said, I need to talk to a lead. I want to see the inside of a house, right? And it's past due, right? So you can see those leads. And then any AI activity. So if you have AI SMS or AI voice, and they're having a conversation that ended in needing follow-up, which means AI believes they've set some kind of follow-up for you, whether it's an appointment or a callback. Those are going to show up here. You get to see all of your AI conversations, right? And 2 out of my 7 are past due. So I can click this. This is live starting next week for you. You're going to be able to see all of your leads that are talking to AI, and you can go to your agent. In this case, I need to go to Ashley and say, hey, it's been a few days and they're talking to AI right now. Can you figure out what's going on? Right? So these are your high priority alerts that you can instantly see starting next week. We're going to tell you, and you can just click manage.
Can you go back to the email, Barry? Because I think this is critical. I want to make sure everybody's understanding notification that's coming out. And I think the frequency was put in there, Brady. It's like every other day or
Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So again, it's not, you don't have to go like find time, go hunting for this. This is going to literally get dish up for you, right? As the team lead, as the admin, to find these potentially missed opportunities or, may become missed opportunities to get in front of, right? And this is evolving all the time. And we're working on figuring out what other triggers and what can alert you to help do this, right? I mean, it's just literally getting you in front of. I love smart lists for follow-up and doing a lot of that, but it's a more manual process to have to use smart lists to find this activity. Like this is critical for you to be in front of and nudging that agent. And just, we want to make sure is it's not a missed opportunity, right? It's just, It's getting close. We know based on stats that this is going to get missed or dropped if action isn't taken right away.
And this is free. What we are showing you guys right now, this email that you're seeing and this screen, let me go back to the screen you're going to see. It's going to look like this. You're going to be able to click manage and see all of these same things that I'm showing you. You're going to see it free.
Wait, so I have 2 questions. One, is this being recorded and be sent out to everybody?
Yes.
And 2, how much is this?
Free.
Got it.
$0. And then the last one, there's no setup fee. No setup fee. No gotchas here, guys. No gotchas. This is legit amazing. Okay. Like there's no gotchas. All right. So then the last one is just priorities. My team makes a lot of money off of these priority alerts, guys. And okay. So the high priorities, can you come to my house and sell it tomorrow? We love those. Okay. But there's not as many of those as there are people that just saved a home or people that are tuning their home value. And they're like, 400,000 isn't right. It's actually 600, right? So these are really important for your business. Very important. And this is the last category that you get for free. Okay. You get to see all of the leads that, for example, have returned. And let's say they looked at the same house 3 times. They went back 3 times on your website and looked at 123 Smith Street. If you have not called, texted, or emailed that lead in 3 days, I'm going to show it here, right? So I've got 10% at risk. So let's look. 9 out of 20 that have come back and triggered a priority alert as a buyer lead, I'm able to see those 9. And you, for free, are able to see those 9. And you can onesie-twosie it, and you can look. Who's the lead source? Who's the assigned agent? When's the last time they talked? What's the last thing they did? And if you're not happy with what you see, you click here, and you can see all the information in Follow Up Boss automatically. That's buyers. Yeah. Go ahead.
And remember, this is important because these leads are assigned to your agents. They're getting the priority alerts, right? That this person looked at this home 7 times or just saved favorites and all that. This is now getting it to you, the person that's paying the bill, to get in front of. So, really the idea here, finding it, identifying it before we miss it, nudging the agent to get there, but then also to have insight. Do I have common offenders or do I have somebody that's not great at converting these, right? It's helping give you these insights into these priority alerts that are going direct to the agents.
Yes.
That you, the team,
you're not
don't
seeing.
have visibility into.
Exactly. So there's a buyer one. There's a specific one for they're interested in one specific house. There's a seller one. These are regular priority alerts that you're going to have for free. You're going to be able to see the ones that have not been called, texted, or emailed in 3 days for free. Every lead that comes to your website and gives you their phone number. If you have not called or texted that new phone number in 12 hours, it is going to show up here and you will see that for free. You click see details. And if there's any additional AI activity, so there's a lot of times that AI starts a conversation and doesn't finish it. The lead stops responding, right? They say, yeah, I'm looking in 3 months. Great. What city are you looking in? Crickets. That's going to show up here. And if they've started talking to AI and you haven't picked up the conversation in 3 days, nobody in your organization has called, texted, or emailed, that's a problem. For free, you can click see details and you can see those. Now, Gabe, anything you want to add on these rules before we go over if they did want to pay for something?
No, let's get there. I mean, I think we can go. Okay. We can go deeper all day long.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let me just tell you how I'm using this. Okay. So everything we've gone over, you get for free. You have exposure and analytics, and you can manage these alerts on your own. What I'm doing is I'm paying for Maverick, the upgraded version. There's a couple of different kinds, and there's a lot there, but I'm just going to go over one specific thing. Every Monday, my admin logs in and they click nudge all for each category. Instantly, this is now the paid version I'm talking about. With this automation, when we click nudge all, every agent that has a lead out of compliance, they get a text message and an email notifying them of how many leads they have that are out of compliance. This literally is now a lead manager in a box. Yep. My agents then have an option. I internally have decided they have 5 days to fix that nudge. I give them 5 days. If on Friday they have not corrected what I nudged them about on Monday, I am reassigning the lead to an ISA. Now, instantly, everybody went, oh, gosh, I don't want to take my agent's leads. I get it. I had to do a soft rollout with this. It took 60 to 90 days of like iteratively doing it. But let me tell you what's happened. Okay. On average, 15% of the leads that I am taking out of my agents' names because they've been too busy to work them, we are setting new appointments with. The script that my ISA is using, when I take the lead from my agent that I gave them 5 days to fix, my ISA is calling the lead and saying, hey, John, this is Fei Lin with Better Homes and Gardens. I'm a client care coordinator. I just wanted to see, did you ever find that house you were looking for if it's a buyer? If they say yes, they say, my ISA says, fantastic. How's your agent doing? If the lead knows the agent's name, we're going to do my agent a solid. They did something right. Even though they're out of compliance, we reassign the lead back to the agent, right? I'm not in the market of punishing my agents. I will tell you, however, more times than not, the lead does not know my agent's name. They have failed in staying in contact with the lead. We reassign the lead to a different agent. This has revolutionized my organization. Now, you can do this manually. You do not need to click nudge all. You do not need to have the reassign. You can do all of that on your own. So everything we showed you is free, but you do have the ability to automate it like I'm doing if you decide to upgrade. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing. G, anything you want to add here?
Well, I want to answer a quick question, G, because then I'll let you wrap it up. There was a question there. This is on all lead sources, right? It's reporting on the activity and lead sources and data in your database, right? In your follow-up loss.
Yes.
I want to make sure that was clear.
Yes. This is not just Ylopo leads. It's all leads in your database.
Yep.
A couple other just loose questions there. Yes, buyer presentation is there. You just have to log in. So just if you don't remember your Ylopo login information, you just need to log in. You can hit reset password. Just remember what your password is because you're resetting it for even the link that is in follow-up boss.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, incredibly grateful to Maverick team for getting this live. I think we were like 2 months ago, we're like, hey, it'd be nice if all Ylopo clients could get this. And they were like, sure. But I said, don't give up anything else that we're prioritizing. And so, real credit to that team for executing on this. Customized rules is something that we're building toward. It will be obviously a Maverick feature, which you have to upgrade for. But, we'd love to hear from you guys what additional rules you're interested in, right? This is, we started with like 8 rules, I think. We're in 19 now. And, before the ability to customize, if there were critical rules that we're missing that you want to see, please let us know. I think, for me, like the simplistic way of thinking about this is you used to have to build 19 really sophisticated, smart lists in Follow Up Boss to be able to see this, and chances are you still miss it. Now you get one dashboard and you know exactly what's going on, and you get an email alert every 3 times a week letting you know kind of all of the missed opportunities, right? Obviously, if you want to automate a lot of this activity generation to agents, nudging all of your leads, contacting all your agents, reassigning those leads automatically, et cetera, those are part of our Ylopo sister company and product. And so we made it easy for you to request a demo, and we will give you a pilot of that platform from there. Our team will also be reaching out if you are engaging with this report to check in on you and see if you have any questions, et cetera. So we are making sure and monitoring kind of that, for those of you that are using it, that you're having a great experience. So don't be surprised if our team reaches out. And we're really excited to see your guys' feedback, right? Like would love to see you guys log into this, every time the report comes out, because we think there's a lot of valuable information here, and get your feedback on how we can improve this, just like you did with the buyer presentation. Again, credit to the whole team for putting this together. We're excited to roll it out to all of you.